Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a shortened RCA plug. This will help you test out any tremolo, vibrato on your Fender amplifier, possibly other amplifiers as well. This tricks the amplifier into thinking that a pedal is plugged into it. That way you don't need a pedal. You know, if you don't have a vintage foot switch or your regular foot switch, if you lost it to your amplifier, you can plug this in and test your tremolo out and see if it's working. This is the easy way to do it. All you need is an RCA plug. As you can see, I have some here. You're just going to need one of the ends and that's it. You could save the rest if you want to do this project again or use it for your other amplifiers. I mean, pretty much the foot switch, all it does is short the positive to the ground on the RCA connector. What we're doing here is we're just cutting it, and then we're going to connect the wires inside. So we're going to cut the cable from about here, leave a little bit of room, and we're going to wind the shield and the center conductor together. You can connect it together either by just wrapping them together and using electrical tape. That's the easy way. That's what I'm going to do. It's just use simple electric tape. You can solder them if you want to. You could also just use alligator clips, depending on how long you want to use this. Solder is probably the best with a little electrical tape if that's what you're going to be using for the long run. But if you want to test it real quick, you can do these. I've used just wrapping them and using electrical tape, and it does the same thing for me, and it seems to last well. And then all you're going to need is some clippers so you can splice these wires, and this is it. This is what we're going to do. Alright, so I suggest leave some room. And we'll cut this about here. Okay, so you can get rid of all this. This will no longer be needed. Now all we have is this piece left here. And then what we will do is, let's see, we will splice trying to get it on camera for you. Alright. So you can see now we've cut it off and then we've taken this piece out. This is garbage now. You can see all these little wires and the inside. Again, what we want to do is take this center conductor out and connect it around these wires. So what I'll do is I'll take all these wires and kind of bunch them together so they are all together and we'll know what wires those are. So you can see that. And then we will try and clip this piece off. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so you can see that I was able to take off the center conductor shielding there. Put that aside. So that's what we took off. Now you can see that's exposed coming out of the red. That's coming from the side, and all we're going to do is wrap those two together. Ideally, you're probably better off to leave about this much room so you have a lot of it, so you can really wind a lot of it together. But either way, it's going to do the same thing. It doesn't really matter that much. But however, I would have probably left myself a little bit more room. Okay, now at this point, we're just going to wrap these two together. If we just spin it around and get it all the way to the end. Those are going to be wrapped together now. So they're connecting, and basically it's just going to fool the amplifier to think that The switch is plugged in, the pedal is plugged in, I should say. Take a little electrical tape. Okay, and that's it. So again, there's sites you can read about these. I just didn't see a YouTube video, so that's why I'm posting this. But this gives you the basic idea. If you have enough cord, you can try it a few times in case you mess up. You can see I used 2 ends here. Worked first shot for me. If you plug it in and your tremolo is not working, that means it's probably an issue with your amp. You may want a tech to look at it. But this is a good way to test it out, and a lot of people will leave these plugged in. That way they don't need a foot pedal to use them. Now they can turn the volume of the vibrato on and off as they please without a foot switch. So again, this is shortening your RCA plug.